guys?
Oddly excited for the start of a new year.
Dude, it's 2020. I'm
is 2020.
fucking ready.
Is it a new decade? That's the debate, right?
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's a new decade.
It's a new year.
It's a new decade. I guess it just doesn't
just
matter.
trolling. Yeah, it's a new decade. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's interesting being back. A new set.
Oh, by the way, I'm
you know?
Harley. This is
Zaff.
and we're Gamified.
Yep. Fuck, man, it's been a while. Huh?
I know.
But as you noticed, we had a table in the last episode and we don't have one now, so fuck that table.
Yeah, we were trying something new with the set, and you know what? Fuck that set.
Yeah, this is way more comfortable, way more chill. We're kind of like a hybrid of the new and old set. This is from the old set, and these are new chairs, but also not new chairs. So hybrid.
Yes.
But it's been
it just feels right, man.
being back, speaking into a
right.
mic with our fucking headphones on, some poses.
It just feels so natural.
Oh yeah, except you forgot that you have to be against the microphone to talk into it. Okay, yeah. I can see what this episode is going to be. Well, this is kind of our welcome back episode. And if you're new to us,
welcome
to us. No, welcome back to us. Yeah, we're a gaming podcast. Obviously, if you've clicked on this channel, I'm sure you figured that out.
We do a mixture of things. We do gaming,
pop culture
mainly, and just a whole
some geeky shit too.
Yeah.
And
we've got some really good stuff in the pipe work as well.
In the pipeline? In the works and pipeline mixed together.
I just sort of was like, pipe works, let's go.
If you're new, also, Harley doesn't know how to do words properly. You can see that in one of our little Instagram clips. I guess there's the obligatory subscribe and like if you know, in this first 30 seconds has impressed you somehow. But I guess we're just going to talk about how our holidays were, New Year, and everything like that. So
I did all of the work. And Zaff had a holiday.
And I had a holiday because that's what holidays are for. But yeah, how's your holidays? How's your Christmas, New Year?
Mine was good. Like I have a full, like we both have work. You've started a new job.
I have. Yes, I have.
And so you're full time and I'm full time. So I didn't actually have a break over a holiday. We had a holiday from our podcast, but I didn't actually have a proper like break.
Like work break, yeah. Break was great for me because I had a proper work break.
Yeah.
I had 3 weeks off.
Yeah, and you got to really like
game properly.
You just got to be you. I felt like you hadn't been you for ages.
Yeah, it was good to
and
be
you
social
just got
again.
to be social, and you're like, I'm busy.
Yeah.
And as much as I hated hearing that, I was like, you go, Glen Coco.
Glen Coco?
Yeah, from Mean Girls.
Oh,
my God. Okay.
Look, I've watched Mean Girls. I just, for some reason, can't bring that up into my mind because I've repressed those memories. But back to, what'd you get up to during your break, but not actually a break?
I was editing.
Yeah. We actually have, Harley has a shitload of stuff in the pipe works, as she says.
The pipe work line.
We've got a few game reviews coming up.
I've got 3 I've got a full proper game review for Borderlands, which might surprise people of how that's going to turn out.
Okay. We're talking Borderlands 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So I did our first impressions, but I really wanted to have a good amount of time to play the game.
Yeah.
And really like
let's not
watch
too
the
much.
But I really wanted to watch the community and see how they were reacting and then take in my gaming experience with it. And so I think you guys will be surprised as to where it will end up.
Okay. And other game reviews that are on the way, do you want to mention?
I've got the Star Wars Fallen Jedi game review. I'm working on that. And I've got the Ghost Recon Breakpoint game review. I'm not so sure that's going to be set in stone just because it's on PS4 and I don't have a capture card. So I'm trying to work around that, but we'll see how that works. Like the quality of pictures and stuff like that works out. But They're in the pipeline. And yes, I know they came out in October and all of that.
We've got lives to do at the moment.
We've got lives, but also I don't sit at home and play a game for 12 hours a day.
Actually, yes, you do. Because you sent me a little picture or series of pictures.
Which I'll put on Instagram.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can drop it into the video version of this as well. She sent me her stats from PlayStation from the year 2019, and she has literally... I don't
know what you're talking about.
She has literally there, most hours played at once, 24 hours.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. And it's what?
That has to be while I was on a holiday or something.
How many hours altogether was it? Like 400?
It was nearly 400 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Though, someone posted their PlayStation stats on the Overwatch Facebook page, which is where I found out how to do it.
Mm. They
have 2,000 hours.
Over the year?
Over the year.
Are they still in silver?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Those 10,000 hours aren't paying off, homie.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. 2,000 hours.
Yeah, so you think nearly 400 hours for me.
Wait. Let's just try to figure this out.
And 101 of those hours was Borderlands
2,000 Dude, that's 8 hours a day. Right? Is my math right on that? Okay, I'm going to pull out my phone, which is a bit of a faux pas, but I need to work this shit out. God damn, that's...
So,
I don't know if that's impressive or depressing. I'm
pretty sure that 24-hour period was while I was on holidays. Okay, so before you fucking start.
Sorry, it's 5.5 hours a day. For 365 days a year to get to 2,000 hours. That's insane. Yeah, I hope you're a streamer, otherwise...
Dude, I so wish I got my stats for like 2014 when I was like unemployed for 6 months. I would love to know how long I was playing Borderlands for and how long my hours were there.
Yeah, how much of your life was dedicated just to Borderlands.
But having said that though, once I got a PC, I haven't really touched my PlayStation.
Yeah. It's kind of like that though, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to... PlayStation's always going to be my first love, so I really want to go back to it.
Yeah.
And I get to do that with like the Death Stranding game and like that. I'm not sure. I know we were going to say that I was going to do a review on Death Stranding, but I feel like...
Just not feeling it?
It's just really involved and I just don't have the time.
We just transition. Like I leaned back a little bit in my chair just now for those who are just listening. And because we have this what would you call this, rack in between us, I'm like looking at Harley through the rack. Instead of looking, it feels weird. Like a jail cell.
I just don't look at Zaff. I look past Zaff.
Yeah. And like through you. But yeah, so sorry, back to Death Stranding review.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to review it because yes, it came out in November and it's a very involved game. And I just feel like that sort of a game would be better served for a live reaction. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't played it at all, so I'm gonna have to take your word on that. But I do like.
I still have to think about it. But having said that, there's so many reviews on it, and I feel like if I review it too and say the exact same thing, we've got another review that says exactly the same thing, and it got Game of the Year.
Oh, okay.
So like, what more can you say?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm pretty sure it got Game of the Year.
Except I was right. It's just a movie that you play through.
It's actually more involved than that.
It's a movie with cutscenes that you play through.
No, but I didn't realize how
detailed it was. Like, I was watching someone else play it because I haven't played it yet. I just haven't had time. I've been like editing so much other shit together. Well, you've been on holidays. Well, I've been on holidays. I was going to get used to it, homie.
But I noticed that like if you make changes in the game, they pop up in other people's games because it's online.
Oh, that's...
So if I build a bridge over like the water and someone else starts playing Death Stranding...
Can you name bridges?
Yeah, you can build a bridge and you can put a sign about it and stuff like that. And you can like people's signs and stuff. So when I start the game, people will have already put stuff in place throughout this world while they were playing the game.
So it'll either make it easier or harder for you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And you can like it and like...
subscribe to it.
You can subscribe. Yeah. But I quite liked that like that whole preface of like
I think that's
the
interesting.
the whole story is about connecting again, and I feel like that the way they've intertwined that is quite smart. Like I like that.
What it makes me think of is like crowdsourced programs. It's like almost like a crowdsourced game in the fact that like you get to design part of the game as you play through it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I get that interaction that was kind of cool. Like building back, like you said, that community into the game.
The one thing I will say is I think it's going to be a game solely like people are like, oh, you just send mail to another area and you're just walking. I'm like, yeah, you do that. But also
you're just a mailman?
You're pretty much just a mailman.
Okay.
Which will really piss people off, but it might really some people. I'm a completionist, so that will be probably okay for me because I don't mind doing that. I don't mind running around doing missions and shit like that. So, but I also quite enjoy the fact of how in depth the story is. But also, you have to spend time with the game. You can't just start it and stop it. You have to kind of spend time with the game.
You're like, I'm going to dedicate a few hours of my life to this session.
And I want to, but I need to get
some
of the stuff that we have planned done first. And I think all I'm going to say on Death Stranding for a review purpose, which is what it's already started to be on this episode, is that you just will need to make the decision of whether you purchase it and you play it. And you make that decision. Yeah, it's one of those games where I don't think I can sway people to buying it because it's seriously, it's like it's a soul game whilst you're playing around people and changing the environment with other people, but it's an experience based on you. So can't really.
I'm trying to remember what else we talked about in terms of what you got in the pipe works.
In the pipe works. So we've got the Borderlands one. We've got the Star Wars one. I did my games room up on holidays. I'm so excited.
That's right. Yeah. Which,
which I filmed everything. Yeah. So you'll get a few videos of that.
And if I had actually done some filming for your PC build, we could have put that in there, but
but you decided to build Stitch, a lovely new PC, and it's sexy as fuck.
It's pretty sexy. So that's coming to the channel soon. By soon I mean when I get time.
We've also got some I'm doing the DLC playthrough of the Borderlands, so that's coming to our channel as well.
We have your Overwatch coaching by our friend Josh.
Yeah. Also known as Monkey.
Or Monk Sire. Or Sire. Or Our Lord.
Our Lord, if you want someone who is smurfing.
And what else is there? I feel like we haven't mentioned one of the
we've also got gameplay and stuff with some people that we've been playing with during the holidays.
I
recorded.
That's right.
We came against a hacker in Apex Legends.
Yeah, so we should be.
So I recorded that, so we're gonna put that up there too. So we've got a whole heap of stuff that we can work on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually comes out of it. As in, we have a lot of things in the works. And then in terms of my holidays, I would say most of it was actually gaming. What did you do
on your holidays?
Lots of social shit, lots of gaming.
What I did notice on our holidays is that we swapped games.
We did. I played a shitload of Apex and she played a shitload of Overwatch.
And now I'm a better Overwatch player than Zaff.
No, she's not. She started off higher ranked than me and then she worked her way down where she deserves to be.
Fuck you.
She's like, I'm better than you. I was like, we'll see for how long. And she's like, I hate Overwatch now. I just got 10 losses in a row. And I was like, yes, that's a Tuesday in Overwatch. Oh, I got to go check that computer real quick. Yeah.
So, we swapped games.
Give me a second. I have to have a cut point here. God damn it. So we swapped games. I'm not going to cut that shit out. Anyways, in speaking of also our technological failures, I might have lost some footage. We didn't lose footage. I ran out of recording time during the PC build, so we'll see how that comes out.
Luckily, I got most of that though.
Yeah, you got the important bits and some of the nice ins and outs and whatnot. So we'll see how that comes together.
Which is all our friendship is now. I just come over and film your PC builds, and we never hang out. And he only plays 1 to 2 games of any game with me now. So
quit your bitching. But
I'm so sad.
We switched games, which is kind of interesting.
What? Why did you? What was it because of that particular game mode at the time?
Yeah. I was really addicted to the train capture mode or whatever, the Winter Express mode in Apex. That I don't know. It was just like really high intensity, short games. I really enjoyed it. The fact that you get to like respawn meant I could like improve my gunplay a bit quicker because there wasn't as much downtime and I wasn't like dead and like, oh cool, I could have like redone, like come against the same person and try to beat them in the same match. It really helps in terms of like refining your gameplay. So that was one of the big things. But also like during that time, it was the Christmas period and Stitch and I got invited to a LAN party at our friend's house, and he always throws a LAN party around Christmas and around Easter, and like we were playing this game called Conan Exiles, which I've never played before.
I don't understand that game.
And it's not a type of game that I would normally play. It's like
that's why I was surprised. I'm like, why? And he would be like, yeah, I'll play some Overwatch. He'll play 2 games. Okay, I'm going to play Conan. Bye.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this game?
Part of it was like, I'm at a LAN. I want to play with the people at the LAN. But I needed a break from that type of game because it's so out of what I normally would play because it's just slower paced, very much like a storyline based game where you do missions. It's like a mix up between like Skyrim, Minecraft, and like Age of Empires. So it's kind of like all built in together, and it's kind of interesting the way you can do it, and you can build your own clan, you can have your own server and all that kind of stuff, which a lot of games can do. But it was just really good because you can progress throughout the game at your own pace and all that. But I needed a bit of like fast-paced gaming as well while I was there, so I would break off from them.
You needed that competitiveness,
man. I just needed to like, I'm sitting down too slowly for this whole like, because like the mouse movements are really slow, and you just click to fight, and I was like, whatever. So I would switch off onto Apex for a couple of matches with us and the chick that we were playing with during the holidays and then jump back in. But what was really interesting about this LAN was we actually took Stitch's Xbox along because she doesn't have her own PC at the time, and she was playing it and she was getting bored because she could only play Overwatch on her Xbox. And I was like, you know what, this seems like the type of game that you'd like. Use my computer and just play. And it was like 6 p.m. on that day, and she ended up playing till like 3 a.m. So she got hooked instantly.
Wow.
And the next day, same thing. So I let her play for a little bit, and then I switched over.
I've noticed a different pattern with her. Is I walked in and she was already on the game.
She was already on the game, yeah.
It's like she's got something else.
She's addicted.
It's not Overwatch anymore.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's not Overwatch, and it's a bit more of a chill game, which is good for her because she got sometimes too aggro from Overwatch because it's an aggressive game sometimes.
Yeah. And Overwatch does sort of bring that on.
It does.
I noticed that too. I'd be yelling and I'd be like, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
I just gotta let
sometimes
it go.
I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm gonna turn off the game for a little bit. And just go and play something.
I think it's time I need to walk away.
Yeah. But she played the game, and then luckily enough they had a spare machine at the party. So we hooked it up. We took the monitor from the Xbox and put it onto the TV. Put it onto that spare machine. Found a mouse and keyboard that was lying around and like pulled it together. Got her a Steam account, downloaded the game and everything, and then we just played like in that 2 weeks. She played like 70 hours of that game. The
only way I got introduced to Conan was a very interesting video at 3 a.m. in the morning one night.
It kind of been 3 a.m.
It was probably maybe 1 a.m.
Like 1 a.m. Definitely around 1 a.m.
And all I had was, I'm filming this for my co-host. And it was just, because in Conan you see everything.
Yeah.
When you first
you have the option of full nudity. And
also growing boobs and penises.
Yeah, your endowment is something that you can increase. And I went to max level on my one.
And he was just like moving the mouse in the most, so the camera was facing in the weirdest position. Yeah, man. So I just got an eye full of interestingness.
The rusty trombone position.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's her introduction to Conan. So I think I turned it off.
And that's why I was like, no.
No, I'm good. But because of the amount of hours that Stitch put into playing Conan, and then we'd finish the LAN party come back and she's like, hey, can I jump on the computer and play Conan? And I couldn't do any of the stuff that I wanted to do, which is play Overwatch and thing. And I was like, it's time. It's time that we build you a PC. So I spec'd it together. It is a kind of like a mid-range gaming PC.
I was kind of really excited because I got a phone call and you're like, well, not a phone call. I got a text message and you're like, so I bought all of this stuff. And then you were like asking me about like, because you bought some of your stuff from Umart and like how that worked. So I was telling you, and then you like messaged me and I'm like, you want to play games? And you're like, I've got something better for you. You want to bring your camera stuff over and we could record me building a PC? I was like, yup.
Yep. Because like, I ordered my stuff from Umart, but it was ordered from one site and half the stuff was at the other site. And they're like, you might have to wait 3 days, for us to ship it out. I was like, fuck that. Split the order. I'm going to drive to both things, which are an hour and a half apart.
In like opposite directions.
In opposite directions. And I'm going to get it all today, which I did. And, it's actually, it's really nice. You'll see in the
It's
in the
really
build
nice. And because she got RGB stuff.
Everything.
Like me.
Yeah.
The color and the color of the case and stuff she chose was very her.
Yeah. It'll be good. I'm excited. It's my second
all we need is
PC
like a little
build.
stitch sticker to go somewhere on the case.
I'm gonna get a stitch pop vinyl to put inside the case.
Nice.
Yeah. But it is we'll talk about the PC when we're doing the PC build.
Yeah. You'll see it all on our YouTube. That'll be a YouTube only
content
episode.
Yeah. But it's like my second ever PC build, so I was pretty
I was
happy
impressed because you did that within 3 hours and you didn't really need to look anything up. It was all by like muscle memory.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you asked me was the Windows, how to do the Windows.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, I was like, how the hell am I meant to put this Windows thing in? And it was just the install of Windows. I had forgotten that you had to
do certain stuff.
Do certain things, yeah. And Harley sorted it out, and then I watched a video, and I remembered that it reminded me there was one other thing that we had to do. So, yeah. But that's all part of it. But that was an exciting part of the holidays. And then, and actually, I will say in terms of pop culture, because we do gaming and pop culture, we watched the movie The Gentleman.
Oh yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my god. You have
keep
to watch.
asking me, and I tell you, I will see it when I can.
You have to watch it. If anyone is watching this podcast and hasn't seen it yet, if it's still in cinemas where you are, just watch it. It is an amazing, stupidly satisfying movie. It's like the payoff at the end is so good. It's engaging the whole time, and like, it's just like you come out of that movie and you're like, I'm just satisfied with that outcome, And it's just, the same guy from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch.
It's done by Guy Ritchie, so it's going to be fucking amazing.
And it's just engaging. If you don't like it, fuck you. That's
a big fuck you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about what else has occurred in the.
I think you just gamed, and it's kind of been nice to go back to your roots of just enjoying hours upon hours of gaming.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 24 hours, so you need to step up your game.
Step up my game, 24-hour stream. I don't know.
But I kind of liked that I got those PlayStation stats because it's interesting to see.
Does Xbox? I wonder if Xbox does the same thing.
We'll have to have a look.
Because I know my brother-in-law or future brother-in-law, he clocks in Australia at least in the top 10% every year, and sometimes in the top top 5%. In achievement points on Xbox, like he gets like tens of thousands of achievement points a year. And
is that because he just smashes games?
Through games. He has a Game Pass, like the Xbox Game Pass, and he just plays like almost all those games. He plays it for the achievements, but he's like one of the biggest gamers I know in terms of like just pumping through games. And as a kind of a gift. And also because we got the PC and everything, we gifted him my Xbox Halo Edition Xbox One. I just said Xbox like 3 times, but
say it again.
Xbox Halo Edition Xbox One.
So your Halo Edition Xbox?
Yeah, gifted it to him because we started like playing Xbox together, not together, but like when we first started meeting and everything, we played Halo.
Is that the one that you used to use?
Yeah, the one that was like the media one and my gaming one. So we've given that to him. Which
so wait, you had two?
We had 2 Xboxes, and
no, 2 Halo Xboxes or one?
One Halo Xbox, and I gave it to him.
So the one you used to play games on? Yeah.
So now we use Stitch's Xbox, which is basically just a media center at the moment because we both have computers, and kind of gifted that to him, which is kind of nice. But I also kind of miss that Xbox because it's like, it was like my first Xbox One. It was a nice addition. I'm still contemplating whether I'm gonna get the Xbox Project Series X, whatever you want to call it.
Project Scarlet.
No, it's not. It's now the Series X or something.
Oh.
Yeah, they renamed it. Doesn't matter. Same fucking
I'm
Xbox.
definitely getting both.
I'm definitely getting.
Even if I don't use them, I'll display them in my.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that. Just display them, but.
Why I've got 2 PlayStations being displayed and 1 Xbox.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Plus, I also don't have anywhere to sort of plug in my Xbox or PlayStation, so they just have a display spot, and then I will plug them all in when I want to play the games.
Do you have a TV to plug them into though?
Yeah. So my 60 FPS monitor.
Oh, you put them into there.
I just put them into there.
But yeah, I'm like, as everyone is saying, and you probably would have heard by now, like the Xbox Series X just looks like a PC tower, like a micro ATX PC tower.
It looks like a fridge.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's right. It looks like a fridge, and
like
I was
a
like,
double door fridge. I'm like,
and
okay.
I was like, at least it'll be cool when it's gaming.
I know it looks like my modem at home for my internet.
Oh, weird. Yes. But it's smart. A tower design is smart because it will actually like vent the air out and up, which is one of the major flaws that I had with, when you put it in a cabinet space like you do, and it just circulates hot air and But, the specs of it look pretty good, which we've talked about already in a previous episode, which is just like, finally they're putting an SSD in it. Finally. But they say it's a super fast one. By the sounds of it, it's just like a standard NVMe SSD. With maybe a bit of extra.
But it said it's super
caching.
fast, so it's super fast.
And then it's just got a pretty decent graphics processor in there.
Do you reckon you'll get the Halo edition of that?
I think it's almost like it has to happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just got to do it. And, I am fortunately in a new job, which means I have a bit of more play money, hopefully, if I'm not just spending all that shit.
Wait, can we talk about the play money?
No.
What are you doing at your job to have play money?
Well,
are you like
a stripper? Yeah. No, I'm a tubba stripper.
So you have a side hustle.
No, it's my main hustle. This is my side hustle. Hopefully, one day.
But yeah, so you've got a bit more extra.
Yeah, so that just gives me a bit more freedom in terms of enjoying, like gaming and maybe traveling and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like maybe we will get the Xbox Series X, and I'll have a capture card by then, hopefully, and all that kind of stuff. So if I do play games on there, it'll be.
I'm getting both. I'm getting the PS4, the PS5, and the Xbox.
We also want to I think we chatted about this briefly, but it'd be good to get you guys' opinion on it. Is considering the bushfires and everything that's been happening at the moment, we're trying to figure out how we would do like a charity stream and everything like that for them, because we haven't done any streaming really. So I don't know how well it'll pay off in terms of the audience that we can reach, but we'll probably have to do it through Facebook or something because that's where our largest audience reaches.
Yeah,
but
we have a lot of people on Facebook.
But yeah, it'd be nice to kind of do that because shit's on fire in Australia. So
yeah, we're pretty devastated right now. But though we are experiencing flash flooding at the moment as well because we had a mass downpour of rain, which is also really good. But that's sort of what happens here in Australia. We have
it gets very dry.
Go from one devastation to the other.
Yeah, but it's pretty bad this year. It's worse than it's ever been. So it's one of those things. But we're trying to find a way that we can help have a bit more of an impact.
I've donated personally, so even if we don't end up being able to do it,
to stream, but just donate. Yeah,
we have put a few posts up on our social media, so by all means, if you have something to give, please give, because a lot of people are losing their homes. They've lost everything,
and it's still
people are losing their lives too.
the other thing is like we don't know what's happening in terms of insurance companies, if they're going to pay out and stuff. And a lot of people weren't insured, or some people didn't have the right insurance, and other people probably get screwed over by insurance companies. So you kind of have to be careful in that instance. But it's just kind of unfortunate. And who was the celebrity who started
So we have an Australian comedian called Celeste Barber. She's well known on Instagram for her funny reenactments of like model
pictures
ad campaigns and pictures and things like that. And she's done a series of books and like comedy stuff. So, but she raised $56 to $58 million, and that was within 1 week.
Yeah, that's insane. And then the government's like, we don't know what to do. It's like, well,
that's what you need to do.
That's what you need to do. I don't know if I want to get too much into political talk in terms of this podcast, but
having the whole point of it was we had someone really great, and now they're putting a relief concert on, which is awesome. But just in terms of like, I think it's really awesome when you see people from all over the world coming together as one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really like makes you really like, you just have more faith in humanity again.
Yeah, you feel like a bit more connected again to the world.
Like our wildlife is suffering. Like our koalas are pretty much, they are now endangered animals.
They say functionally extinct, which is, basically
they're beyond endangered.
Yeah, because basically their habitat, or at least 80% of their habitat, has been wiped out, so they're not going to be able to really go back into an area.
And then the ones we do have are in captivity, which are in breeding programs. So we're hoping we can
kind of
refurbish and like get them back out. But a lot of them have just been absolutely devastated.
It's rough, man. Those numbers is pretty high.
And it's not just koalas, it's kangaroos as well, not being able to get out in time.
And just livestock.
I
feel in a time like
which
this,
we at work have had a thing go around about possible checks for certain parasites and stuff, being that a whole bunch of livestock has been either killed or has died in the fires, and they're worried about this particular bacteria and other not great stuff that happens after a whole heap of animals and livestock die.
So
as well as fire, and then you get your flooding and stuff. So
it's sketchy. Anyways,
but if you would like to donate, I have put stuff on our Facebook page and on our Instagram page, so please go have a look at those posts and see what you can do to help. If you can't, that's fine.
Just pick your charity wisely. If you don't go with one of the ones we decided, just research into them. Some of them, like, a lot of it goes to administration fees and everything like that. Try to pick one that doesn't do that. And that
Food Bank needs your help at the moment.
And then there's the Animal Relief Council or something?
Animal Relief Council. Yeah. Food Bank is being inundated, but they just need help too.
Yeah. But yeah. In terms of let's just transition back to gaming a little bit.
You brought it up, dude. I was not gonna bring it up, but yeah.
My bad.
So what else? Like in terms of your holidays, do you feel relaxed?
I do feel relaxed. I feel like it was a well-used holiday. I got to socialize with friends that are my regular friends, but we don't get to spend that much time together because everyone's got jobs and everything.
Got to socialize with friends, did you?
Yeah.
You left this friend out.
Yeah, but I played a game or two with you. And there's also like we had friends visit from Sydney, and my best friend down in Sydney, who's gonna be one of my best men for my wedding and everything.
Am I gonna be your best man?
Grow a dick and maybe we'll see. But it was good just seeing people that, I haven't seen maybe like a year or something, and they came to visit us, and we always have fun. So it was well spent.
Are they gamers as well, or?
He used to be a really big PC gamer when we were hanging out in uni and stuff when we first met. He's kind of dropped off since, and he goes, man, if I move up here with you, like, I know I'm gonna get pulled back into it. And I was like, yeah, you are. And like,
it's inevitable.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna build you a PC when you come up here just for content. So you're gonna have to use it. So there's that, and then now we got back into the gaming of Overwatch and Apex, and we got the Lunar event now at
Yeah, I want to check it out
Overwatch.
when I go home. I want to play some games.
And I
maybe
guess-
later.
Yeah, maybe later. Yeah, we'll see.
More than one.
Maybe not more than one. I can't promise anything.
Some of those skins look sick too.
Yeah, they
Moira
do.
looks a bit scary this
The
year.
face changing Sombra.
Yeah.
That's dope. I also like the changes that they brought in the new patch. I read the patch notes and I haven't seen some of it in play, but basically Diva's been made a bit stronger again. And Doomfist has been smurfed and May have been smurfed. And they're big
Smurfed or
Not
nerfed?
Smurfed.
Fucking hell.
Fuck, am I even a gamer?
Get out, please.
Get out, yeah. But Doomfist was a bit dominating, but May was super dominating in terms of how quick she froze you and how long you were frozen for.
Yeah, she was definitely
Suffocating almost, right?
her assault was assaulting.
Yeah. You're just like, I feel
and
violated.
Insulting.
Yeah. So that was
her assault was assaulting and insulting all at the same time.
I think
So was Doomfist. Like, you couldn't even fucking get a look in with Doomfist.
Yeah, you're just instantly just like dead. And he's not even like a sniper. He shouldn't be able to kill you within like
2 shots.
Like 2 shots basically. Like one uppercut, 2 shots of his shotgun, and then he does one move and you're done. So they've added recovery time to that kind of interaction with Doomfist. And then like another big thing is in role queue for comp and quick play and whatnot, they've made it so you can select multiple roles when you're in a group, and depending on how the group picks, you basically have a variable role that you can pick. So it kind of works, but if a role gets filled up, then you can't choose that role anymore, and I don't think you can switch between roles in the middle of a game.
I don't think you can. I think it's based on the queue times and what other players are queuing as.
Yeah.
But if you queue multiple and someone is a support and you've queued support and like say DPS, but they've got all of the support booked up, you go straight to DPS.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
That's how that works.
And I think that's good because the queue times are getting ridiculous just to get a match. Like,
ridiculously long.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching someone in America and they were playing and it took them 45 minutes for one comp game and the comp game lasted 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, and people play other games while waiting for Overwatch, right?
Like, I was watching someone play like League of Legends.
I was editing whilst waiting for my matches. I was like, cool, I have 10 minutes. I'll get in a cut here and all that kind of stuff. And then save back in the game for 10 minutes and then another 10-minute wait. So it's just like...
It was like Josh and I were playing Overwatch and he's like, hold up, I'm eating my ice cream and playing something else. I was like, okay. And then he was like, sorry, I got sidetracked and I continued playing that game while I was playing Overwatch. He was playing 2 games at the same time.
It's just so random.
It's just because it's so long. Like sometimes, like I think the longest I've waited for a competitive match was 26 minutes.
I think 20 minutes for me. But
26 minutes for me. But yeah, I watched this other bloke and he waited 45 minutes.
That's just
for a comp
not
game.
Optimized
and
at all.
And he is a high level player. He's
but
like,
see, that's part of the problem, right? Because like part of the problem for him is because he's a high level player and the way player like participation distributes, most of your players are sitting in the plat gold kind of rank because it's the middle of the curve. So the higher rank you get, the less players are going to be. So there's less players per match. As in like less games that you can queue together all at once.
See, I'm like bronze silver.
Yeah. So you're still also kind of on the other side of that.
Yeah. Sometimes they're just fucking long.
No, it's the same reason. As in, because you're
down lower.
Yeah, the lower end. So there's like the distribution also drops off.
Do you remember that time you were stuck in silver, dude? Don't look at me like that.
At least I got my tank out of silver into gold. Now I'm
only took you like 7 seasons.
Took me 2 seasons, but okay. I went from gold to silver, back to gold. All right. I did hit bronze on support. for like a day, and I was like, God no, please no, God no, please. Exactly. So and now I'm just working on getting my DPS into gold, and then eventually I'll work onto my support into gold to just keep it all even.
I can help you out with that.
We'll see.
Josh is like, we'll get you into gold this season. I'm like, yeah, sure.
We'll
that
see.
means you have to go into gold. And he's like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that with this gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to chat about?
No, but we are working on stuff. We did need a break, and yeah, we just needed a break. Not from each other, but just we needed to slow down for a moment and enjoy other things in our lives. Like, I got to hang out with my friends. I got to see some people. I got to chill out.
You have other friends?
Yes, dude.
You didn't invite
hand.
me. Your other hand. My mouse hand.
Yeah, my mouse hand.
Oh, yeah, you got a new mouse.
My games are my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a new mouse.
But
I'm still trying to work it out because I'm used to my death adder. My chroma death adder or whatever it was.
Razor? Death adder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a chroma. Razor
chroma.
Chroma
As in like the
death
color.
adder. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's quite light and less buttons. So I got very used to like movement and like my flicks and stuff with it, and my like mouse sensitivity on games is like now different, so I have to sit and actually play on each game and get those sensitivities all
Well, why don't you
changed.
Look at your profiles that were on the Death Adder and then try and recreate them on the...
Because the Death Adder and this mouse, like in weight, is completely different.
Yeah, that's going to change it.
So it's going to change it. But so the mouse I got was a Logitech Lightspeed G502. 502, yeah.
It's just my mouse but wireless. I think that's why it's probably.
I wanted a wireless mouse though because I want to try and make my setup as wireless as possible.
Yeah, except for don't go for a wireless keyboard for gaming. For typing, yeah, but not for gaming.
Why?
The delay. Your input delay is
oh shit.
It's still not good enough to like the mouse is fine. They've worked that out. But I don't think they've worked out wireless gaming. Unless you're playing a game like Conan where it doesn't matter. But a game like competitive
or like WoW or something, but
yeah. But I wouldn't go
I was going to
wireless
try and do wireless, but I need to work out my cable management. But the only problem is I don't want to do anything like under the desk and screwing things in and everything.
Velcro, dude.
Or Velcro things in. Because I won't have that desk and I'm just going to have to redo it all.
What do you mean you won't have that desk?
Well, I'm getting a new desk. That desk isn't the desk I want. That desk is fucking huge this way.
Like deep?
Yeah, it's like...
Too deep?
Width.
It's too girthy?
Yeah, it's way too girthy. It's like an old conference table.
Ah, right, yeah. Right, okay, so you're still... Okay, I get it.
So it's not like a normal desk.
Yeah.
So I'm like still far away, but it's taking up so much room.
Yeah, it's
whereas I can have a proper desk and I can actually fix things up.
Fix it all up, yeah. I'm excited to see this because I even haven't seen like any of the stuff from the build that she's working on. So it's actually quite exciting.
I've been trying so hard to keep things under wraps because I wanted you to be like...
Yeah, and I think I
as
will
well.
From the little things I have seen, I'm quite happy with it and impressed. So it'd be good to.
And I did all of like the add-on stuff myself.
Add-on stuff. You'll be able to tell me about that later.
Yeah, like the adding on hooks and.
Oh right, yeah.
And doing new backing pieces and stuff like that. Like I did that all myself.
Like an independent woman that don't.
You're
a carpenter.
I'm gonna build
Just
a
call
house
me Jesus.
Next. I'm Jesus and I'm a carpenter.
And last thing I want to touch on is Apex at the moment has every 2 days a new limited time mode.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting to see what that is like as well.
They have a new event.
At the moment it's live, die, live. But by the time this episode comes out, it'll be die.
Die.
Yeah, die. It might be shotgun
I want to
sniper
try,
rifles.
yeah, but I want to try the Gold Rush, but I think they've already done that.
I think it's already passed, yeah. I didn't know about it until today. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. thanks for listening to our welcome back episode. It
was just like a hey, how you going type thing. We probably went
over time
on a tangent a little bit, but
as we do.
Yeah,
it was nice. It's nice being back, and we hope to bring some nice content and like, subscribe, all that shit. And this is Gamified. I'm Zaff.
I'm also Zaff, and
and
no, I'm Harley.
Thanks for listening. Peace.
Hey guys, Harley here. Did you enjoy that video? Give us a like. If you loved it, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Our socials are linked in the description below, and we're also on Spotify and iTunes, so go and check us out over there. We'd like to know from you if you would like to hear about anything interesting or have any ideas for future podcasts. Drop us a comment and we'll get back to you on those. I'm Harley and this is Gamified. Game on.